That was too easy.
Twice.
Little box set.
Lead by Shakur.
Without a pass being made.
Pretty. Armstrong.
Yesterday.
Able to take him with the dribble. Nice.
Jalen Brown, the miss. Hilton Armstrong crashed the board and a dunk. And he'll have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Easy to rebound, that kind of release.
Armstrong will be at the line when we come back. Dillon crashed the boards, but Brown got it. And Armstrong runs the floor, and he's fouled by Marcus Williams.
Why? Why foul? Guys ahead of you conceded.
In their opener here in Maui against Maryland. Batista had the ball slip out of his hand at the 22nd annual EA Sports Maui Invitational. Hilton Armstrong gets it to drop.
Somebody's got to be home.
A poised player, Craig Osprey's done a nice job offensively and defensively.
Hilton Armstrong with Morrison responding quickly, and Armstrong powered to the bucket. No offense to Dayton, they have a very good program too. Skip Dayton, shouldn't have done that.
5 seconds.
Cargo splits the double, has to shoot, blocked out of bounds by Armstrong, and it. Morrison uses a screen from Rivio, blocked by Armstrong. Morrison blocked again by Armstrong.
Beating Gonzaga in the finals of the Maui Invitational.
Army opens up man-to-man. They've got to box out. Beautiful move in there by Armstrong. At Evansville, and a former player, of course, at Indiana.
Under Bob Knight, also coached under Bob Knight. Armstrong already has 2. Here comes UConn, 4-on-2 if they hurry. Austrie finds Armstrong.
Oh, what a great start for Armstrong and Austrie.
Hilton Armstrong enters the game averaging 8 points per game. He's got all 6 of UConn's points in the first 4:08.
I understand the football team there is 1-21 over the last 2 years, so basketball has to go out and be the budget booster. It's insane. It's not fair to the kids.
Here by the Sports Network. Sporting News, rather. Inside Boone juggles, picks it up, lays it up, no good. And Armstrong with the putback. Did he miss the easy putback? Lead pass Armstrong. Look at that catch in traffic.
Wow. Talk about a wide receiver.
To life. And he had it blocked, both Gay and Armstrong.
Great decisions for them. There's that turn to the right shoulder. Great defense.
By Hilton Armstrong.
Attack
before they attack you. Viggiano's bucket answered by Hilton Armstrong. 14 points, nearly midway through the second half. Freeman had to play it out of a double team. Well short.
Kept alive by Armstrong. Faked the pass to Adrian and then takes it to the hole. Craig Austrie, the freshman, filling in at point guard for the suspended Marcus Williams. Williams will be back on January 3rd against Marquette for the Big East opener. Armstrong, turnaround jumper.
Now, nice start for Hilton Armstrong. He played
16 points on 8 turnovers, but UConn has. Off the missed shot, Garrison with the rebound, and here come the Huskies in transition. Johnson to Armstrong. What do they get out of a game like this? Are there any positives they can pull from it?
I mean, it's never fun to play in a game where you're going to get.
Cross, Armstrong back up top to Johnson. Feist stole it, ends up in Hilton Armstrong's hands. Don't very much.
Spread it out and then go one-on-one. They didn't get the opportunity because the defensive pressure was so good.
Blocked by Hilton Armstrong.
Stony Brook really getting back quickly. Point of emphasis at halftime, they have turned away the offensive breaks of Connecticut. Who did Connecticut beat in the 1999 championship?
And then 04 beat them in the semis. Nice block, Hilton Armstrong. Anybody from the NFL call you? That's tight end Antonio Gates, ring a bell.
Yeah.
Armstrong for 2. America East last year. He's got 11.
Well, you think about Hardy and Buford together. Pretty darn good backcourt in terms of big men guarding people away from the basket. They're going to have to do that against Marquette's Steve Novak, who's one of the best three-point shooters in the country at 6'10".
Blocked by Hilton Armstrong. Gives it away. Blocked by Hilton Armstrong. He's had a bunch. 5. Pull-up jumper. Hilton Armstrong, ladies and gentlemen.
Can we do that play of the game over again?
Rudy Gay jam late. There's another block by Armstrong.
They're doing it. 9-0. Bobcats run. Armstrong foul line jumper and the foul on Anderson.
Connecticut's going to beat his team. They're going to have to beat him from the perimeter because they're really clogging it up. Oh, nice move.
Well, Armstrong got the rebound. The Bobcats forgot to cover him. Once
Clearly there for Quinnipiac.
Adrian foul line jumper, no good. Long rebound to Austria on a hop. Down low, Armstrong to the catch and shoot.
Boy, Nelson just can't convert. He tried to muscle that one up there.
Casimir gets to the rim in a hurry. Armstrong catches up and blocks it. Here he finally missed one. Rebound batted around, and Armstrong saves it, then does the Edwin Moses impersonation as he almost hurdled the press table. Anderson to Armstrong for the jumper. So I'll tell you, talk about versatility. Armstrong saved the ball, had the presence of mind to ask the young man that he knocked over, "Are you okay?" Then he went down the other end of the floor and hit the shot.
Yeah, they've made it difficult for UConn, which has shot just 40% inside in this first half. They've made the baskets from three-point land.
And Armstrong with the jumper from the top of the key a couple of months ago. And we'll have first half highlights. Bobcats have missed 12 of their last 14 shots. Counted and the foul. Uniform. This is his first season playing for the Bobcats. Armstrong off the inbound pass. He's got fouls, and he picks up his fourth a minute and a half into the second half.
Can't get into the flow of the action.
Armstrong down low, adding to his career high total. And Joe DeSantis wants an early second half timeout.
Well, if they ever needed a basket, Quinnipiac needed that one right there. There are shots you need to stem the tide, and that was one of them.
And Armstrong now has 20 points for the first time in his career.
Here tonight, though.
Denham Brown. Armstrong sets the screen, and he goes around it. Didn't go around it very tightly, however. Instead, Armstrong rolls to the hoop and gets the pass.
A nice pass by Denham Brown.
Anderson will have a great opportunity to surpass that record.
No doubt. How about Hilton Armstrong? The left, the right. The man is just feeling. He's having a major league night, isn't he? Down low.
Set the Huskies. You got to make sure that you use clock. Here's Armstrong in strong. Couldn't score it, but rebounded to score. Well, Denham Brown has 4 in the second half. There's James blocked. He's still trying to find a handle on the ball. A dunk by Hilton Armstrong.
Cramp. He is out of the game right now. This will be interesting to see if UConn can take advantage.
Williams all the way into Armstrong. That did right there. That's 12 for Hilton Armstrong.
Williams and his resiliency handling all of the issues. Oh, Thomas just got a little bit of his own medicine.
He sure did. Good post position by Thomas, but then a better defensive play by Hilton Armstrong. Armstrong was limited to only 3 minutes because he picked up 2 quick fouls.
Pump fake, Lazar, rejected by Boone.
These Huskies can block shots as well. They've led the nation the last few years in shot denials. Good strong drive there by Lazar, but he's met by 3 Huskies. Well, the Huskies doing a terrific job, Ian, on their defensive glass. That was one of the keys. Don't give LSU second shots.
Hilton Armstrong on the head and shoulder fake. Tasman Mitchell. Now Davis, SEC Freshman of the Year last season. Lost it for a moment, got it back, and rejected by Armstrong.
His shots, UConn has been excellent in their half-court execution as far as turnovers go. Only 1 turnover this half.
And Armstrong with the jam on the screen and roll for 14 for LSU.
The 7th of the second half, but look at Armstrong. Again, showing you the good footwork. Beat Glenn Davis that time, actually Tyrus Thomas and Davis. He beat with the nice spin move.
There's Williams, down low, Armstrong, little bump, and a layup as Thomas hit the deck. UConn 63, LSU 61.
Well, this little cross screen action has really worked well for the Huskies.
Armstrong again.
They have really gone to work inside on the smaller Tyrus Thomas. He's just not strong enough when Armstrong gets his body into him.
Good basketball man.
A heck of a player at UAB. He started out at NC State playing on
Cincinnati, first year in the Big East, one of the 5 newcomers to make it a 16-team conference. Hilton Armstrong with a held ball. He went up near the rim to deny Armin Kirkland. A couple of Bearcats there. Now Kirkland assertive again. He lost it on the way up. Hicks to the rescue. Armstrong blocked it before the game. Austria does a great job running our offense, but Williams gets you easy baskets. Hicks' shot was blocked by Armstrong. Out of bounds by Jihad Muhammad.
And the great passers will make mistakes because they see things. Once in a while they won't convert, but how about this one? Get it out of town and keep it in play. Start a fast break. This is tough to defend. Oh. Going to be a guy to be considered at other programs because of the way he's handled this very difficult situation. Now, how about this mix-up, huh? Not the right, the left jump hook.
Home of Kentucky, they host Vanderbilt, all part of Super Tuesday presented by Alexis. Super dunk by Hilton Armstrong. He has 4.
But he does it with love.
Anderson. Oh! Terrific. Armstrong said, I'm going to take that rebound. 85.5 points per game. Entering tonight's action even after a down game against LSU on the weekend. Moore called for the foul, his first.
Don't you love how far he went for that rebound? A big time snatch. Coming of age.
Just pursuing the ball. Go over this much size in the post. Almost like he can't get his body into the defender.
Nice flash right here. Very perfect look by Gabe with the flash and presentation by Armstrong. Pretty wise move as well. That was with 3 seconds to go.
Armstrong avoided McGowan. Nice move. The lead back to 6 for the Huskies. And
Jay and Sean, they tried to run some offense the other, and this time they go for man-to-man. Cincinnati, knowing it's getting late.
Armstrong, what a move underneath the bucket. He has 12 to lead the Huskies.
Fine over there was the 2 guards.
Plus it takes points off the board.
On a
nice.
Armstrong the dunk.
What vision!
For the Bearcats.
And Hicks resting as well with the bad call. Not much talent out there, but how about this, Jay? Great feel, court awareness, using the rim to ward off.
And the catch as well. And here, a little easier to catch when the delivery is right to your hands. And Marcus
rebounded Cincinnati by 20 rebounds, 52 to 32. So the key for Georgetown is to get some rebounds. Keep it close there. There is a rising player on UConn, Hilton Armstrong. Armstrong, a guy with a lot of confidence now, knocks down the jump shot so he can do it inside and out with the ball. He can light it up. He is averaging almost 15 points a game. He is the leading scorer in the country coming off the bench.
Down this afternoon.
Well, that's his 21st 3 of the year in 44 attempts. Over 48% three-point tries, but down low. The rising star Hilton Armstrong.
Short shot clocks here as well. Deep in the shot clock. That's great defense. What a block by Armstrong. As we said, that's the one area, and it's not a great sin as we watch UConn go inside again to Armstrong. He's got double figures already.
A lot of it comes from the strength program they had him on. He put on a lot of muscle.
Another block. That makes 3 on the day for the Huskies as they try and climb up to that 9.1 nation leading total.
Now Hibbert comes back outside, brings Armstrong away, and look at Hibbert go to the basket with a dribble, get rejected by Armstrong. But
you want to tip your hat to the big fella with that athletic move. The crowd appreciates it. Certainly. Watch. This guy's got a seam. Look at that. That's a strong move, but Armstrong says, you must be kidding. You can't take that on me.
Shooter Brandon Bowman drives the three-pointer down, and it is a 7-point Husky lead. Look at this.
It's like they superimposed his face onto another player this year. Just getting tattooed across your chest.
And actually yesterday, Hilton Armstrong had a leap practice.
How about that?
Slams the ball. He had some back pain that was bothering him, but 5-point Husky lead.
Coach Calhoun is not a happy fellow right there.
No, his unhappiness meter can rev up very quickly.
Is this the same Hilton Armstrong? This is absolutely an astounding turnaround. You see guys who will make great improvement from freshman to sophomore year, but you don't see a guy go into his senior year and reinvent himself like this. Amazing.
And the foul was on Hibbert. Well, he's doing a nice job of reinventing. 16 points now for Hilton Armstrong.
One of the keys against Syracuse is to contain the three-point shooting of McNamara.
Nichols on the drive. Another block shot by UConn.
Tonight at 6 o'clock, Bridget and Eric. Wish them the best.
McNamara, there's a block by Armstrong. 11 blocks now for Connecticut, and Hilton Armstrong is playing by far the best basketball of his career, and he's an honest young man. Connecticut leading the country in blocks and above their average already here tonight. Wow. There's another one for Armstrong, the team's 12th, his 6th already in this game.
Well, you know, Connecticut, after getting beat by Marquette, came back and beat some good opponents. You know, that's unbelievable. All these years.
McNamara whips a pass out to Nichols, and now another block. That's Armstrong again, swatting it into the 4th row. That will be his 7th block of the night.
Just after Louisville had tied it up, UConn back in front by 3. 10 on the shot clock. Block shot on the baseline. Armstrong does a nice job to knock that out of bounds. To play.
Sitting in that zone.
Williams trying to bounce it on the baseline. He got it to his man, and there goes Armstrong up through everybody.
He finally gets a touch inside.
Haven't had to worry much about the shot clock tonight. McGee on the drive has it swatted out of there by Armstrong.
I always thought Atlanta should have drafted Chris Paul instead of Marvin. Marvin's a great player, but he's a kid you take with potential.
Well, how about Chris Paul? It's more than potential with him. He's on his way to
right,
though, by Palacios.
They said they had a rebound, and they have.
Padgett had it blocked out of bounds this time by Armstrong.
Armstrong had the angle. It's all about angles when you talk block shots.
We're under 8 minutes.
Offense with those kind of penetrating moves.
Lamont Hamilton, he's been quiet. And the ball will come inbounds to Hamilton, blocked by Armstrong. St. John's doubling the ball. And here is Hilton Armstrong going up and down. We had a head over the rim now.
You know, that offensive opportunity inside.
Armstrong partially rejects Messeri's shot.
He'll shoot from there, can't get it. Loose ball comes to Hilton Armstrong. Fakes, goes in. He's been so effective, so much more offensively minded, and so productive. Down in there by Jonathan Pauly. Down low, reverse blocked. Bodies all over the place as Armstrong takes control.
Great hustle there by the Friars. They want it.
Oh, what a block! Armstrong with the block and takes control. There by Armstrong. Hanky pump fakes. Block. Denied.
Hanky with a couple in the second half.
Boone feeds the post. Nice catch by Armstrong. Goes up and hammers it home.
Great passing again. If he hits shots like that, the defense has to get on Curry. He walked.
Armstrong muscling home.
It's the real key for them if they can win that battle again.
Rudy Gay, no tip. Hilton Armstrong, hello. They cut him off. Rudy Gay got his hand. Make that Brown got his hands on it. And wow, what a rejection there, but a foul.
If he reacts anymore with Jim Burrow, it won't be a good idea, but it was a good-looking block.
If you show the ball, there's a 90% chance it's going to get rejected. Oh, man.
Wow, he might have had a case. If you get all ball like this,
yeah, a little bit of body.
All ball, you're going to get a jump ball call sometimes. There was some body contact. And
Malone, right side to Levon Kendall to the cutter. Krauser got by all three, but Armstrong caught up with the block.
Point guard supreme, always got the head up, and how about Rudy Gay? Unbelievable.
Well, Pittsburgh didn't have the head up on the inbound pass, and Armstrong gets a layup in the lane. It's 8-2 UConn to Krauser. Left side Biggs. Ball fake, lays it up. It's blocked by Armstrong.
Lineup and Sean Klein and Wilmot are on the floor as starters now for the second game in a row. 5 minutes in the most recent game against Pittsburgh. And Armstrong puts it on the floor. Nice move.
That's the maneuver that I think is available, right? Syracuse.
Adrian back on the floor now. Armstrong. There's Armstrong. Hard to defend that. And a foul. 6 UConn turnovers. There's another block. This is Armstrong. 7%. Adrian gets it inside. Little fade away for Hilton Armstrong.
But it was altered. Again, Indiana with it penetrates and look to kick out. Oh, beautiful thing.
That's a three-pointer.
Oh, what a pass. Williams has his good peripheral vision.
He's the leading scorer in the country off the bench. Devendorf way off. The rebound to Nichols, blocked by Armstrong.
Hasten the pace. Goodness. Have you ever seen the interior zone beaten like this by Syracuse? The zone been very ineffective. Here's the overload, catch and finish.
Boone missed it. Armstrong there to clean up the mess. He has 5. Gay to Williams, and now Armstrong. So even on top of it all night, Bill, a great shot, 24% in this half. If the half ends this way, it'll be their lowest scoring half of the season.
I said some things at halftime. They're out here energized right now.
Armstrong over Watkins and Nichols.
That gives them 11 points, Sean.
Score a little bit. Now they send it inside. Armstrong turning, spinning, and it counts. Away from him. Williams sends inside. Here's Gay with the pull-up. A little too strong. Back to Armstrong. Armstrong moves inside, and a nice move by Hilton Armstrong.
And you can look at the Pirates there, so he could nail that shot. Armstrong a factor though, kind of putting his hand up and not giving him a clear look.
Now here's the pull-up by Armstrong. Good. Turnover. Lang with the steal. This is where they can use the foul if they want.
Nice play by
Gay. Loses possession, and
but great hesitation and a terrific move to the hoop.
12 points for Williams.
Wow.
And a block down low. But they're starting to lose contact with UConn here. Copeland rejected inside.
But that tightens up pretty quickly when you do injure it, and the next day it's even worse.
Another block by Armstrong.
On by, and the Cats turn it over. Here's Austria leading the Huskies. Nice stop and go move, and a dunk by Armstrong.
Tough to get bodies when they push it that quickly and get a good roll.
Well, you almost feel
Austria in trouble again with the shot clock at 6. He's near midcourt. They blitz him. Armstrong at the buzzer of the shot. Nothing run here in the second half for UConn. They had an 11-0 run in the first half. Armstrong rips the ball away for Connecticut. The double-digit lead now. Armstrong, little right-handed jump hook over Frazier.
He is explosive. Tough shot. There's, I believe, number 5 as you count.
4 minutes to go. Sheridan.
What a pass.
To Cunningham. Blocked by Armstrong. 2-on-1 Foy with Nardi. Armstrong intimidating back and blocked it.
What a great job. Most, Gus. They go 1-3-1. They have put the ball on the deck much better late in the year.
Inside Armstrong.
Side he decides, and then they react.
Rudy Gay off the dribble, wraps it around, and Armstrong punches it down once again. Armstrong again, that's his 3rd dunk. And we still have 16:05 to go in the first half.
But Heather stays up all night for Kevin, and Kevin takes care of the baby during the day. Nice run there by Armstrong. They've been settling for the threes. Here's the first back cut they get away with. And a save, huh?
Blocked by Armstrong.
And seal a guy.
In the corner, Armstrong to the bucket, bam!
And how about Gay just unloaded with a great screen, kept the interior in abeyance.
As a matter of fact, Connecticut leads the nation in block shots inside Armstrong, and that's his 4th dunk. High-low from Boone.
Sometimes they'll let him go. They do. Look at this.
Air down the lane, blocked.
How about that recovery?
Yeah, all 4 of them were disgusted that somehow Falk managed to get so open up the floor, but Armstrong runs the floor and is rewarded.
Now UConn making it look easy.
Notre Dame's been quite successful inside the arc tonight. Falls, leaves for Cornette. He has yet to miss. Armstrong won't give him a chance on that one.
To the shots that Notre Dame needs to go down in this one from the outside.
Look at that 2-man game. Oh. So it's the 5th time he's done that this year. Francis down low. Armstrong got a piece of it. By Boone. Will he try it again? He does. Rebound the other side. Francis blocked by Armstrong, but Francis stays with it. No, we're going to get the hell ball.
Along with Quinn, they have got just incredible range.
Armstrong spins and shoots over Kurds to end the drought.
Clock, but it will not put Notre Dame on the line.
Carter goes right by Gay, but the shot inside by Francis is blocked by Armstrong. courage to Falls. He gets a step on Anderson. The runner with 2 on the shot clock. Air ball, rebound, Boone.
See if a play might develop for Marcus Williams. It never did. Falls the timeout to set it up. Falls a pretty good look. Just came up short on that one.
You're talking about one of the top defensive centers having to play against a true point guard. Rebound, Will Sheridan, hell ball. Possession arrow is for Villanova is on Josh Boone now. And that's the object. Just throw it up around the rim. Don't worry about making the shot. They've not had an effective block in the ballgame. Underneath, Armstrong, yes. This year for Villanova at home. Earlier in that same week, there's another rejection. Now we've got a couple of effective blocks.
Well, Armstrong back in the ball game now, just doing a terrific job. Against Notre Dame, imagine this, Connecticut had 19 block shots. And Armstrong coming that year.
Nardi off the dribble, underneath to Sheridan. Rejected by Armstrong
whatsoever for him to be cleared to play. It is not going to be this week necessarily.
Armstrong, well about to, but he doesn't this time.
Nelson did a pretty good job on that one.
Rejected by Armstrong. Screen set for Marcus Williams. There's the help defense from Will Sheridan. Now Armstrong.
He's walking.
Oh, was he ever? My gosh.
He walked twice on the play. Officials looking right at it, no call. Play, that time, pretty good job by Rudy Gay.
Lowry had 5 rebounds in the first half. Can't get that one. Outside, 7 on the shot clock. Lowry on Boone. Rejected underneath. First double-digit lead by either team in the ballgame. Lowry rejected.
And who are you going to give the block to?
I don't know.
Adrian got it with his left hand, Armstrong with the right.
Philadelphia, when the Wildcats upset them, I thought that was as exciting a game. In the circles, it's a dunk. You better hope if you turn it over it's deep and you got a chance to get back.
Another rejection. The number 2 team in the country. Holmes. Armstrong right around Jones. Boy, that was a big time play by the big fella.
In there, Adrian stood instead of coming to the ball.
Farley stuck underneath. Tie up, arrow to the Cardinals. Austrie on the floor instead, and that's for the lead, Hilton Armstrong.
But Dean is on the floor.
Jenkins driving in, rejected.
Score and rebounder in this game for Connecticut.
Inside Armstrong.
Millard has no chance whatsoever.
Farley, and there's another block shot by Armstrong. Okay. Back door they go, and followed up.
That's a testimony to having vision on the ball and man. Got to see both.
Good ball movement by the Huskies. Armstrong, strong baseline move, and then he was fouled by Darrell Watkins.
Unbelievable maneuver.
Armstrong, baseline jumper.
Zollner back in an Armstrong. Ball squirts loose. It's been 17-4. Huskies after that. Armstrong and 1. That's a big one for Armstrong. His first points of the night.
Struggles against Albany, but it's quarterfinal loss in the Big East tournament. They open up with a beautiful assist by Denham Brown. 3 out of the 4 times here, uninspired. They bring in Rashad Anderson to try to change things, and he feeds Hilton Armstrong, and a 3-point opportunity on the way.
Armstrong, who had to sit most of that first half with foul trouble, was serious about that play. Peekskill, New York prospect, Big East Defensive Player of the Year, was not to be denied here.
Well, they all ran out after Anderson.
Have your big guys running as fast as they can for some uncontested layups.
Wraparound pass, Armstrong hits the little jumper. In a Big East game, fails to get the triple here, but Armstrong with the putback, and that ends
only 1 block in a game. There's John Brockman. Here's the run out by Armstrong and a free throw.
Well, the big fella, every year he has sat there and learned and worked, Hilton Armstrong. A Mecca Okafor for a couple of years, and any opportunity, he took advantage. His ability around the rim has been chronicled, but how about this? The puppy's up and down, the strong. Send it in, and Brockman caught on the rear.
It has caught on, though.
Yes. Yao Ming, exactly.
Nice post pass. Finish it.
He did.
And how about the pass by Rashad Anderson? You always do. Look at this steal by Jensen.
Now Armstrong is back. Jensen takes it up, not there. Brockman rejected. Brockman again.
Put it together. It must be late.
You said y'all know. I love that. Underneath Armstrong.
A nice high-low. And Williams with the delivery. Offered up his body despite the 4.
Brandon Roy.
That should be good. Should be good. Is it on the way down? Yup. Turn the corner. What a tough break for Washington.
Marcus Williams.
Why didn't you give it to him?
Armstrong.
Oh! How about that maneuver by the big guy?
Jai Lewis has not had a good tournament thus far.
And he's going to have problems trying to out-jump the bigs, and they're going to get support on each side. Armstrong with the open look. A little nylon, but a big fella.
Armstrong wants it in the low post.
And they stay straight up this trip.
Jumper, nice and soft for this George Mason team, are from the Maryland area. Here's Armstrong at the other end, off the glass and good.
Now, Lewis is not an elevator. That's the difficulty. He's going to have to root him out.
And Campbell, he's got Tony Skinn, finds it. The reverse blocked by Armstrong, who doesn't respect it. On the baseline, Lewis. It's blocked. That's the second block in the game for Hilton Armstrong.
With the 12th pick in the 2006 NBA draft, the New Orleans, Oklahoma City Hornets select Hilton Armstrong from the University of Connecticut.
The senior center in Connecticut. A couple of picks after Rudy Gay goes to Houston, but then gets redirected to Memphis. Hilton Armstrong, 4th center taken so far in the first 12 picks. Marcus Williams also expected to be a first-round draft pick for the Connecticut Huskies. The Big East Defensive Player of the Year. Went to the same high school as Elton Brand in Peekskill, New York. Last 4-year player from Connecticut, drafted in the first round, Travis Knight, 29th overall back in 1996.
Amazing progress as a player, Dan. 3 years ago, I don't think people would have dreamed that Hilton Armstrong would go in the top dozen picks in the NBA draft. He's got an NBA body. He is a rebounder, shot blocker, blocked over 3 shots per game. He's got very good feet. He can really run the floor. Offensively, he's still learning. I think he's a player that's still coming on. But boy, he is big and strong. He can get off of the floor. He goes after rebounds, especially on the offensive end, does a good job. He can hit from about 18 feet, but he's still learning how to play with feel on the offensive end. But I'll tell you what, big body, and he can defend. I think he's going to help New Orleans with his defensive mindedness and his ability to rebound. And he's going to be able to set some screens with that big body.
And Greg, you being a former point guard, you know what Chris Paul's impact was on this team. Are they a playoff team in your opinion?
I tell you what, this guy as a center may have the biggest impact of anybody that's been drafted at that position thus far, because first and foremost, he already has the ability defensively to impact the game, and he's going to play with a great guard in Chris Paul, who's going to get him opportunities on the interior to get easy baskets. When you get easy baskets as a big man, it makes the game so much easier for you. Your confidence level rises. You are able to impact the game more. Plus, he's going to learn from P.J. Brown, who is a similar player. He reminds me a lot of Elton Campbell. Plays a very similar game to Elton Campbell, who had a long career.
I like this pick. They were a decent defensive team anyway to begin with, and when you got P.J. Brown there to school him and teach him on the fundamentals of the game on a professional level, I just like it. I think it's a good pick by New Orleans.
Second Connecticut player selected, and he's sitting by with Stuart Scott. Stuart?
The first time that Hilton Armstrong ever saw his college coach, Jim Calhoun, he didn't know who he was. How did that meeting go?
It was pretty funny.
What happened?
I was a little, really didn't know who he was. I didn't know about basketball too much at the time. It was college basketball, but my friends don't know who he was, and they thought I was a fool for not knowing.
Your freshman year at UConn, you used to hang around Emeka Okafor. You followed him around like a puppy dog. What's the best advice that the All-American gave you at that time, a young freshman?
Just be patient and stick with it. Good things come when put in a lot of hard work and put time with it.
All right, congratulations, Hilton. Dan, talk about blossoming. He blocked more shots his first 15 games this last season than he had his previous 3 seasons combined.